Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
for today's contest. Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation, a battle. Big men, grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Graham.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've got Monte Morris. Barnes is out there with Amir Coffey. Then it's Jalen Green. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Vucevic's shot is off. Morris against Doncic. Pass to Jokic. Jokic with a screen on Hero. And here's Green from the arc. Pure from three-point range.
Using the pick there, Green saw the opening and let it fly.
Here's Highsmith. And here's Toppin. Hero outside. Down low. Here's Vucevic. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Well, Nikola Vucevic can score against excellent defense. That is a good finish in close.
Pass to Coffey. Jokic against Vucevic. Takes a 13-footer. And the Clippers again with a bucket.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Here's Highsmith. Back to Toppin. Just 5 on the clock. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Well, Grant, the Kings, one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, B.A. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference.
We know Scotty Barnes will embrace the physicality. That score is about concentration.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the head coach for Sacramento gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He said Nikola Jokic is so intelligent. He said we know the offense is going to run through him. So all we can do is mix up our looks defensively. And then at the other end of the floor, make him work on defense. Try to wear him out a little bit, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that.
That's big-time length and athleticism by Scotty Barnes, leaving no doubt.
Timeout called. The Kings. Looking at the 2K leaderboard. Here were the NBA's top dime droppers last year. Third is Luka Doncic. Fourth, Nikola Jokic.
And you got to give credit to how both of these guys see the floor. They are all about moving the rock and trying to set their guys up. This is why their teammates love playing with them.
Doncic passes to Vucevic. Here's Highsmith. Pass to Toppin. Here's Hero. Green covering. Toppin against Barnes. Oh, got a piece of it. Morris outside. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Doncic.
Monte Morris was a late second-round selection back in 2017. But boy, hard work and perseverance has paid off for this guy.
He misses the free throw. And Grant, the Clippers have strung together 13 straight winning seasons. But at the same time, it feels like they've left a lot on the table.
Yeah, with all their star power over that time, they've made it past the second round of the playoffs only once. And that fan base is restless.
He hits the second from the line. And the Kings have held tough. But it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Grant.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level.
Now here's Hero. Coming off a 12-point game. Nails it from three.
Yeah, absolutely no hesitation from Hero. He shoots at will from range.
Pass to Coffee. Now here's Jokic. Elbow shot on the way. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Here's Highsmith. Back to Doncic. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
First personal foul.
In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
That's good from Doncic. And in the first game of a back-to-back, is managing minutes a priority for the coaching staff, Doris?
I think, Brian, for coaches, you're just reacting in real time to how the game unfolds. Minutes are always a concern when it's a back-to-back situation. Well, let's say we get down the stretch and this is a possession ball game. Usually you're going to choose, I'm going to put my best players on the floor and try to win the game right in front of me.
Doncic hits them both. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Here's Highsmith. Still without a bucket. Back to Hero. Doncic outside. Launches a three. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. The Clippers lead by 5. Here's Coffee. Count it. And it's Morris with the assist. Morris has got his 3rd assist of the night.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Now here's Doncic. Vucevic, a screen on Morris. Here's Doncic. Sinks the 15-footer.
We know that Luka's a 3-level scorer. He's elite from any range. That time he goes to the midi.
Doncic against Morris. On the take. And Toppin pulls it down. Kings trail by 5. Here's Highsmith. Pass to Doncic. And Doncic hammers it home.
It does not happen too often, but boy, when Luka gets the opportunity to throw it down, he relishes it.
Morris deciding where to go with it. It's Jokic, high post, working on Vucevic. Coffee on the wing, coming off a 12-point game. They grab their own miss.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Count that one.
The assist, Obi Toppin.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And we just got Shams Charania on the line. Shams, I understand there's some big NBA news. Can you fill us in?
Thank you, BA. The intel today is out of the Bay Area. The Warriors with an early season transaction. They are thrilled to be adding an all-time great shooter to their roster in Steph Curry. But more than that, I know from talking to people, Curry's leadership was also something that made him desirable to this organization. They wanted a star who creates a winning atmosphere just by being on the floor. And Steph Curry is a champion.
Always great to hear from you, Shams. Thanks so much. So it's Los Angeles now, after the Kings picked up a basket a moment ago. And it's slammed in by Carter.
They can see in the movement there the athleticism Wendell Carter Jr. possesses. Really solid cut after setting the screen.
Here's Doncic. Rebound by the Clippers. This is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
Last year shows that having the better overall record doesn't mean you're going to dominate the lesser opponent.
Now here's Carter. Martin outside. Picked by Carter. The three ball. Martin misses. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Sacramento. They trail by 3. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
And it was an awful game defensively. They lost the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
Morris against Doncic. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Clippers.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Kings trail by 6. Pass to Carrington. Good.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
The Clippers have got 8 of 13 attempts to go. Morris passes to Martin. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
For Sacramento, they've got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Here's Yabusele. Pass to Carrington. And he lobs it up to the rim. And it's the Clippers on the break. The pull-up. And the Clippers again with a bucket.
How Monte Morris feeling it on that one. Saw his chance and took an opportunity.
A minute and a half left in the first quarter. Pass to Strother. And here's Lopez. Jacks up a 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
You simply have to remember that Brook Lopez can stroke the jumper. This guy on catch and shoot is terrific.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Coming off that win against the Sixers.
They were really able to exploit that defense. I mean, getting almost any shot they wanted. It was that easy.
Give them some credit. I'll tell you this. They caught an opponent on a very off night defensively, and you take advantage. Simple as that.
And the Clippers making a change here. Covington's checked in. A minute 9 left in the first quarter. It's Covington on the wing. Back to Koulibaly. Pass to Covington. Clock at 6. From behind the arc. Rebounded by Lopez.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
To the paint. Yabusele. Oh!
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Whitmore. A 14-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia. Pass to Carter. Back to Whitmore. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
An impressive athlete. This rookie Whitmore loves getting inside and hammering it home.
Here's Carrington. And there's a pick. Pass to Lopez. Over Carter. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers ahead. They're up by 5. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Luka Doncic is out there with Tyler Hero. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. Then it's Obi Toppin. And it's Highsmith in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Here's Coffey. Pass to Coulibaly. Jokic the screen. Coulibaly drives in. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Now here's Hero. Doncic feeling it out a bit. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Doris, you talk about a guy who forces you to play at his pace. That's Luka Doncic.
Oh, my goodness, B.A., there's no question. He's got tremendous patience. He's in complete command of the tempo of the game. But maybe my favorite aspect is how he manipulates the game to get defenders off balance.
Barnes, he's checked in for Los Angeles. The free throw off from Doncic. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, guys, a lot of new developments for the Clippers this season, and obviously they have the new arena, new designs for their logo, jerseys, and court. Not only that, their G League team moving into a brand new arena in Oceanside, renewing the San Diego Clippers moniker. Brian, a lot to be excited about for this Clips team.
No question. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you.
At his position, Scotty Barnes going to set a lot of screens. You have to understand how to roll and get open. He does exactly that.
Green against Doncic. Hero for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Oh, he's a load inside. Jokic finishing strong.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
Timeout called, the Kings. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, BA, not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title. But Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
And it's the Kings with the ball. 9-point game. Toppin passes to Hero. To the middle. In the paint, Luka!
This has been one of the most elite, consistent scorers since he entered the league. Luka in the house.
Koulibaly on the wing. It's Jokic, high post. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to belong to Nikola Vucevic.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
Shoot 2.
First one falls.
Yeah, initially underestimated, Jokic has grown into a truly exceptional talent. We talk about modern bigs, but he's probably more like the big man of the future.
And Jokic drops them both. And we're starting to see some big contracts for NBA head coaches, Doris.
Well, BA, whether we are talking about player contracts or coaches' contracts, the cost of business is the cost of business. And coaches, to me, earn every penny. Because what happens when teams underperform? The first fall guy is typically that head coach. I have 0 problems with the salaries.
Here's Coffee after the Kings picked up a basket a moment ago. Uses the glass on the layup. Coffee's got his second basket.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Doncic finds Vucevic. Takes it inside, and Vucevic slams it in.
Capable of finishing off the drive. I love how determined Nikola Vucevic looks when he puts the ball on the deck.
Pass to Jokic. Just 5 to shoot. And again, it's the Clippers converting.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Hero, the pass to Doncic. Hero, screen on Green. And here's Doncic outside. They get it back. Goes back up. They shoot again. Hero outside. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. Pass to Green. Back to Koulibaly. Outside, Green. Shoots over Hero, and it's Green missing. And Doncic has got the ball here for the Kings. They trail by 9, looking ahead to their next one, playing at Phoenix. They'll match up against the Suns. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Now here's Jokic. 10 points for him. It's tipped. Vucevic with a steal. Green against Doncic. Five to shoot. All right, now let's have a look at who was really dominating the boards last season. Fourth, Nikola Jokic.
Simply put, he was terrific down low last year, owning the glass.
He's shooting free throws number 4 and 5 here.
He had a really rough game at the line last time out. He struggled to get anything to drop.
You often hear the phrase franchise player. When you think about Luka Doncic and the amount he controls the action, the MVP level play, he is the true definition of it.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Carter, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. Martin comes in for Coffee. Whitmore's checked in for Koulibaly. And it's Morris in for Green.
Boy, Luka's strength, his size, his savvy puts him at the free throw line so often.
Here's Barnes. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And how about Scotty Barnes, Doris? Named an All-Star during his 3rd season in 2024.
And in fact, the 3rd youngest All-Star that year. Listen, he has upgraded his playmaking. He's still getting better, and I think that's the scary part for the rest of the league.
Strawther's checked in for Luka Doncic. That free throw good from Barnes. You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Timeout called, the Kings. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Caleb Martin. That's his first foul.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Here's Carrington, guarded by Morris. Here's Carrington. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2. Now here's Morris. 6 points for him. And he lobs it up top.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Here's Carrington, guarded by Morris. Pass to Carrington. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. The rebound by Carter. Los Angeles leading by 7. Inside. Barnes, no good.
Well, he saw the play coming together, but the timing was just a little off.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Now here's Morris. Pass to Barnes. Now here's Carter. Shot is good, off the back rim and in. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Well, this is where you're seeing Wendell Carter Jr. continue to expand his game. Wants to be a 3-level scorer, and that means you got to make mid-range jumpers.
Now here's Lopez. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul. 14 fouls.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Line for your Kings. Brook Lopez. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Lopez.
Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
Covington's checked in for the Clippers. He does not get the second one.
What I admire most about Brook Lopez is his willingness to adapt his game to fit whatever the system needs. This guy has been the consummate pro.
Now here's Morris. He's got 6 to the inside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That's on Brook Lopez.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
This will be his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. Reset.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. Kings trail by 9. Here's Carrington. Over Morris. And another miss by Sacramento.
Two minutes remaining in the first half.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Monte Morris, a bit undersized, but make no mistake, he is unafraid to mix it up.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in this game.
Monte Morris at the line for 2.
That free throw good for Morris. Both free throws good from Morris.
Heating up from the line this quarter, helping their cause for sure. They're right around 80% now.
Pass to Carrington. That's his 3rd basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
Very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
Now Morris. He's got 9. Picked by Covington. Goes up with the stripe. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Man, the defender really went after him.
First trip to the line for him here.
Caleb Martin taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time.
This helps build their lead. They're having a solid second quarter at the free throw line.
1:21 left to play in the first half. Here's Carrington. No good. Good D by Covington. And so Morris will bring it up for Los Angeles. And the layup is good off the glass. Morris has got 5 points now this quarter.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them reduce their attempts from downtown. And quite frankly, I think that's a good idea.
Pass to Lopez. Here's Okogie. He's guarded by Martin. Lopez, the screen on Martin. Back to Lopez. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Boy, you love seeing Brook Lopez get involved. He expertly exploits the defense in these pick-and-roll sets.
Morris passes to Carter. Martin with the ball. Picked by Carter. Inside. And it's slammed in by Carter.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think obviously we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Carrington. Here's Strawther. Lopez in the post. Carter's there. Lopez can't hit. Morris outside. 1 second left. There's the block. And so it's Los Angeles in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break, ready for the third quarter.
Taking a look at the Clippers. They've had a great start to.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Los Angeles Clippers.
They're playing the way they're supposed to. Run the offense until you get a good look. Not complicated at all.
I disagree. Patience and perspective is complicated. That's why many teams can't do it.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Kings trail by 13. Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. We've got Green. Nikola Jokic is out there with Scotty Barnes. Then it's Monte Morris. And it's Coffee in at the 3. Doncic outside. No good from outside.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Barnes against Toppin. Now here's Barnes. He's closely guarded. Pass to Jokic. Oh, what a slam from the big man Jokic.
He is just an excellent pick-and-roll option. Jokic always uses his high basketball IQ to find and execute the right play.
Here's Doncic. Got it. Good job in the low post. Doncic has got 21.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
And here is Green. Back to Morris. Pass to Barnes. Jokic with a screen on Toppin. Here's Barnes. And it's blocked by Vucevic.
Boy, when Vucevic is in that area, he's capable of sending it back.
Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Shooting one.
What's up?
The free throw off from Doncic. Los Angeles leading by 11. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offense in transition and just leads me to stay on lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special.
My goodness, Toppin puts on a show. What a special dunker this guy is.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Barnes. And here's Jokic, covered by Vucevic. Crafty move. Jokic gets the bucket. Jokic has gotten 4 this quarter.
And this is what makes Jokic an MVP caliber talent, his ability to dominate the defense.
Back to Doncic, to the paint. Here's Highsmith. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Highsmith's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assist.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And a quick check now on the teams that led the league from the charity stripe a year ago. In the third spot, Los Angeles.
Yeah, they were incredibly accurate on free throws last season. They are an organization that doesn't neglect an important part of the game.
And so Morris will bring it up for the LA Clippers. They'll be hosting Toronto for their next one, and that's a one-game homestand for the club. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Morris has got 13 now.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Hero for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Jokic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Vucevic with a steal. Pass to Hero. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got rebound number 8 now.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Kings trail by 11. Now Hero. And here's Toppin. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
Obi Toppin is a showman. Put him near the cup and watch what happens.
Morris passes to Jokic. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Doncic passes to Vucevic. Three-pointer. And the basket by Highsmith. Highsmith's gotten his second bucket.
Well, you can see why his teammates love playing with him. Vucevic willing to find the open guy.
Pass to Coffey. Outside Barnes. Jokic against Vucevic. Now here's Jokic, tightly guarded.
With his skill set, Jokic draws a lot of fouls. Defenders have to watch out for the pass or the shot. It's a constant guessing game.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
Wendell Carter, he's checked in for the Clippers. Coulibaly comes in for Morris. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. Kings trail by 9. Throws it up high, and a slam dunk by Toppin.
The chemistry Toppin has with his teammates. Just get up over the rim and finish it with authority, Obi.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Back to Green. Outside Carter. From in close, Jokic. And how about that? 8 for 9 now.
This is why Jokic is an all-star caliber talent. He has an ability to hit hard contested shots.
Hero for 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He wants to review the game plan.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself up on the big screen? Time to show your best moves. Let's go. You got to dance like everyone's like. Give yourselves a big round of applause.
Here's Koulibaly. Pass to Coffee. On the wing, Green. Green takes it to the rack.
I love it. What concentration. Green taking the contact well and converting with confidence.
Now Vucevic. Here's Okogie. Koulibaly defending. Okogie's shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 8. To the middle. Carter, high post. Tries again. They get it again. Here's Jokic. Oh, Jokic attacking the glass.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Pass to Okogie. Back to Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls it from the top of the key. It falls, and now he's 10 of 15 shooting. Nice work.
Boy, yet another night for Luka Doncic. This guy is forcing everyone to play at his pace right now.
Doncic against Green. Pass to Carter. Jokic with it. Picked by Carter. And it's Jokic missing. Kings trail by 8. Doncic outside. Here's Okogie. Now here's Vucevic. Down low. Here's Doncic. A strong finish by Doncic.
This is where the size of Vucevic allows him to see over the defense. This guy, a terrific distributor.
Green against Doncic. Green, the pass to Carter. Here's Coffee. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Oh, my goodness. Rock the rim, Wendell Carter Jr. We see you.
Timeout called. Sacramento. Some changes for Los Angeles. Covington comes in for Jokic, and Whitmore subbed in for Coffee. And so here's Sacramento. 8-point game. Pass to Carrington. Here's the pick. Takes a 3. And it's Koulibaly with a rebound.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Picked by Covington. And it's Green off the drive. On the run, Green.
This is Green at his best. Electric off the bounce. And a great, great finisher.
Pass to Okogie. Into the lane. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting for Sacramento, Josh Okogie, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Guys, when we think of Josh Okogie, the athleticism is eye-popping, and the relentlessness with which he plays a game, that will be what keeps him on the floor.
So he gets them both. Whitmore with it.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Picked by Carter. Whitmore goes in. Fires it. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Carter's got 4 points this quarter.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Pass to Carrington. They set the screen. Over Green. Here's Strother. Koulibaly defending. 5 on the clock. And it's Lopez with the jam.
If you give Lopez a 7-footer this much room, it's over.
Now here's Green. The D's right on him. Oh, Jalen Green with the sweet stroke.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Jalen Green.
And now a look at the upcoming schedule for Los Angeles. On Saturday, they'll take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Monday, they'll be facing Paul George and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Checking out their schedule, they've got a tough run of games coming up, but quality opponents are a great chance for you to see how well your team can truly perform.
That free throw, no good. So the Kings making a change here. Hero's checked in.
We got this.
Good on the second one. 55 seconds left in the third. Now here's Green. He's got 10. Pass to Whitmore. Carter on the wing. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And here's Green from the arc. Rebound by Sacramento. Here's Okogie. Hero outside. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Carter against Lopez. Back to Hero. Over Covington. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Hero's got 8 points. From deep three-point land. And that's not going to go. It's been all about Nikola Jokic for the Los Angeles Clippers. He's been effective on offense, racking up 21 points so far in this contest. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Los Angeles leading by 8. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Toppin. Then there's Tyler Hero. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Highsmith in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Drops in the 3.
And when it comes to the 3, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Pass to Highsmith. Hero with it. And here's Toppin. 6 to shoot. No good on the 3. Outside Whitmore. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
It was a strong move. The shot's just a little off.
Whitmore taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Clippers making a change here. Jokic is checked in. That one misses. Kings trail by 12. Here's Highsmith. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got 4 rebounds in the game. Now here's Whitmore. He's guarded by Hero. Jokic in the post. Working on Vucevic.
And how about the trick move by the big man? I mean, nice pump fake from Jokic.
At the line for the Clippers, Nikola Jokic, 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And the second free throw is good. Here's Doncic. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Barnes with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 13. To the inside. Jokic finishing through the D.
Down in the paint, Jokic knows how to take charge, getting past the D and to a look.
Doncic against Morris to win the run. And Luka Doncic with the 3. Doncic has got 30 points.
He's taking what he can get here as a 3 in each half.
Outside Barnes. Back to Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
You can see Monte Morris feeling good offensively right now. Feels like all aspects are working.
Now here's Hero. Whitmore defending. Morris against Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Hero for 3. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Inside. Rebound by Sacramento. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Highsmith passes to Toppin. To the middle. Here's Doncic. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
Monte Morris, second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for 1, Luka Doncic.
What's up? Los Angeles leading by 11. Morris on the wing, guarded by Doncic. Barnes with a screen on Doncic. Pass to Whitmore. Here's Jokic. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Sacramento has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Now Vucevic. Got a piece of it. Here's Coffey. Pass to Morris. That shot off. Excellent D there from Toppin. Morris over to help. Here's Highsmith. Off target from outside.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Morris on the wing. Fires for three. Sacramento grabs the miss. Hero on the wing. Whitmore defending. And another miss by Sacramento.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
The three is up. Rebound by Sacramento. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Highsmith passes to Hero. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, he had trouble making shots in the first period, but rounding into himself here in the second.
Pass to Coffey. Now Jokic, covered by Vucevic. Jokic in the post, working on Vucevic. Kings trail by 11. Now Doncic. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one's on Monte Morris.
We are talking about a clever scorer. Luka Doncic has developed such a knack for getting to the free throw line.
Shoot 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Green's checked in for Whitmore. Doncic hits them both. The Clippers lead by 9. Outside, Green. Morris sets a screen. Takes the 3. And Green, good for 3.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Pass to Toppin. Doncic against Morris. And Doncic hammers it home.
What a smart pass by Obi Toppin. He does not let that opportunity pass him by.
And here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Hero with the bucket.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
Morris outside. Pass to Coffey. Barnes with it. And that bucket makes him 6 for 10 in the contest.
Yeah, Scotty Barnes in his element. He's so confident in the paint.
Morris against Doncic. Shot from the wing. And Sacramento again with the bucket.
Boy, as we reach the latter stages, he's been in a ridiculous groove. They simply can't get over the hump.
And here's Green from the arc. And Toppin pulls it down.
Well, they needed that board. They've had a hard time on the glass, but they still have a shot here. And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
Oh, that's how to throw it down. Barnes with an exclamation point.
The Kings call timeout.
If you want a free t-shirt, you gotta make some.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I was able to listen in on the Kings head coach talk to his team during the break, and it was a frustrated huddle. Coaches and players were angry about the turnovers, players trying to hold each other accountable. They're fed up with sloppy play. Let's see how they respond. Guys?
Allie, thank you. Kings trail by 12. Doncic with it. Over Morris. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Doncic has got 41.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
At the line for the Clippers, Monte Morris, 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Morris. Kings trail by 12. Now here's Doncic. Doncic throwing his weight around.
Yeah, Doncic is used to and accustomed to all this contact. In fact, you get the sense he loves and relishes this kind of play.
Vucevic against Jokic. Outside Barnes. From outside the arc. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Barnes has got 9 points now in the second half.
This is a huge part of Scotty Barnes' development. Can he knock down the long ball?
Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. On the wing, Green. The kick out to Morris. Let's go with a three. And Toppin pulls it down. Toppin's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Clippers.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number one was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm. And they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
And with this win, they've tallied up a total of 6 wins on the year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And what a huge performance it was for Nikola Jokic.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
Doncic against Morris. Highsmith drains the triple.
Yeah, the court awareness that Luka plays with, knows exactly when and where to deliver the pass.
Well, Grant, this game looks just about over.
BA, all they really need to do is just work that clock, don't turn it over, and this game is a wrap.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Coffey. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Hero for 3. So it's the Clippers picking up the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
The starting lineup for the visiting Utah Jazz.
Stand both. Teams here love to get out and run the floor.
Oh yeah, this pace is going to be incredible. Our heads will literally be on a swivel tonight, Kevin, and we're going to see a lot of plays in transition. and maybe a lot of turnovers as well.
Well, we're buckled in either way. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, we've got Ellis. Adebayo is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Shepard in at the one spot. Now here's Porter. Ellis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Porter, no luck. DeRozan against Adebayo. DeRozan passes to Ware. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded closer. 4 on the clock. Robinson finds Gilgeous-Alexander. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Money in the bank. Gilgeous-Alexander is more than happy to try his luck from that spot.
Here's Shepard. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Here's Gordon. Utah the rebound. Gordon with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by DeRozan. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. Over to the left wing. DeRozan scanning the floor. Tries again. And that one, good.
Yeah, tough finish by DeRozan. Made him work for those 2 points.
Here's Shepard, coming off a stellar performance against Milwaukee. And there's the call on Rizachet. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, Adebayo passes to Gordon. Nice ball movement by Utah. And that one's good, Ellis.
Well, he's such a willing and effective passer. That's a good find by Adebayo there.
You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Now, Shepard, after the missed 3 from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Ellis, the pass to Gordon. Shepard with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing, Porter. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. San Antonio leading. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lobbed up there for Robinson. A slam dunk by Robinson.
Oh, that's too smooth. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander with some clever playmaking there.
Jazz have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Ellis, the pass to Gordon. Outside, Porter. Shepard with the ball. The game now all time. Ellis has got a couple of threes now in the first for Utah.
And I like how Shepard keeps things simple. When he notices someone on his team is open, he is more than happy to move the ball.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Utah comes into this one after the win against the Bucks. Has to Ware. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Utah's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Now Shepard floats it up for Adebayo, and Adebayo throws it down.
Well, he can do that. Adebayo's an excellent athlete, even by NBA standards.
Has to Ware. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Robinson left side. Now here's DeRozan. Launches it. That shot off the mark.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Now Shepard, scoreless thus far. And here's DeRozan. Ware kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside DeRozan. Beyond the arc. They grab their own miss. Robinson sets a screen for Rizachet. Drills it from outside.
A true highlight of Rizachet's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Greg Popovich and I did speak a few minutes ago. I asked Coach about facing off against Bam Adebayo, and he told me the dangerous thing about Bam is his versatility. He's able to play different roles for his team depending on the matchup. And that versatility makes it difficult to game plan against him. Guys?
Thanks, David. So it's the Spurs now, following the miss by Bam Adebayo. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to DeRozan from downtown. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Yeah, he doesn't normally take a lot of threes. DeRozan picks his spots and just takes the threes he likes.
Outside Gordon. Here's Shepard. Outside Porter. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the three of his own.
Already, they piled up 8 second chance points.
Jazz trail by 6. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. In third, the Jazz.
Well, last year they were all over the glass. Their physicality is what helped define their identity.
On defense, the Spurs. 6-point lead. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Prosper. Here's Levine. It's tipped.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt. And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
And so Levine will bring it up now for the Jazz. Last time they met was in Utah.
Yeah, sometimes the matchups just aren't in your favor no matter what you do. And it seems like your opponent does it better.
Yeah, it wasn't a close one. And sometimes that's the kind of loss you'd rather have because it really gets the attention of your players.
And they've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Good on the triple.
And from beyond the arc, he puts a stop to that 12-0 run by the Spurs.
You know, Stan, as productive as Zach LaVine has been, you get the sense he wants to compete for titles. He wants more than just the individual stuff.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, at this point in his career, it just hasn't all worked for the teams he's been on yet, but he's still got some time to figure it out.
Yeah, he does. So it's Utah now, following the bucket by the Spurs. Pass to Pritchard. Shot clock at 5. Utah needs to get off a shot here. And Utah, another 3.
Levine getting quick with it that time, changing it up.
Here's Abaji, guarded by Jackson. Here's Iguodala. Outside Porter. Pass to Williams, takes the 3. A rebound by the Jazz. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And boy, did that game nearly get away from them, but they were a little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
Yeah, they needed some extra time to get it done, but at the end of the day, a win's a win.
And here's Porter after the three-pointer from Zach LaVine. Pass to Abaji. Now here's Powell, guarded by LaVine. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. Aldama with the rebound.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
San Antonio foul. Iguodala. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Aldama. Nothing on the board. Pass to Pritchard. Outside, LaVine. Clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. Aldama. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Spurs leading by 3. To the inside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Utah ball.
.34 seconds left in the first quarter. LaVine kicks to Jackson. Back to LaVine. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Pass to Powell. Outside Williams. And here's Porter. To end the drought, and he drops that one in. And the Spurs lead by 5.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Spurs up 5. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
We've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's out there with Reza Shai. Mitchell Robinson out there with DeRozan. And it's Ware in at the 4 slot. That's the San Antonio 5. Now here's Ellis. There's the triple. Traps in the tray. Ellis has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Utah. Here's Reza Shai. He's guarded by Ellis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Reza Shai, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectation.
Now, Reza Shai, after Zach LaVine missed from long range. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, looking at his numbers, DeRozan is a very good wing passer.
Outside, LaVine. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Gordon with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. LaVine's shot is off.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here's Reza Shai. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. And now an 8-point San Antonio lead. Utah has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Here's Pritchard. No scoring in this one. Gives it up for Levine. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Rizachet. He's guarded by Ellis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Mitchell Robinson. For San Antonio, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. First free throw is good. The all-time leader in NBA wins, of course, the great Spurs coach, Greg Popovich. So here is a guy who's a peer. What makes him so special, Stan?
Well, first of all, Greg Popovich is not a peer of mine, Kevin. I would never be that presumptuous. This guy is an absolute icon in the coaching world. I think from the outside, I think what makes him so special is he's never looked at himself that way. He's never rested on his laurels. He's a guy that's always evolving and trying to get better.
I love that assessment, but I do think you're his peer.
Not in any way. Well, year in and year out, Porter is so consistent from 3.
Here's Rizachet. He's guarded by Ellis. Down low. Robinson gets it to go on the assist by Rizachet. Robinson's got 4 this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is second.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Shepard. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Utah moving it around. Pass to Ellis. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. And it's Shepard missing. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Spurs. Porter pulls it in.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit. And there wasn't much resistance either.
San Antonio leading by 9. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Here's Rizachet. Drills the three-pointer. Rizachet's got 14 points.
Another one for Rizachet. This young man from France has insane potential, and we are seeing a bit of it tonight.
Now here's Jang. His last outing, he had 8 points. Another miss by Utah.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And, of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. After Michael Porter made the last three-pointer. And DeRozan. Here we go. And finished off by DeRozan.
Yeah, when DeRozan is assertive like that, it's a huge plus for this offense.
Jang with the screen for Ellis. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. game he had 28 points. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
2 shots.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you'd better be ready to put a body on somebody.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Bam Adebayo comes in for Gordon, and it's Walter in for Ellis. Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
Checking out some stats for Gilgeous-Alexander. Coming off a terrific season. Last season put up about 30 points a game, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. But you look at the rebound totals, and it's a big part of what he does for this team.
Everybody has their strengths. Easy to see that rebounding is his, and he is honed in on it. The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Shai with it. 16 points for him. It's stolen by Adebayo. Unhindered, going all the way.
Well, you got to credit the stellar defense from Bam there. He got the steal to set that play in motion. He is a difference maker on that end.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Ware. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 this quarter.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Pass to Adebayo. It's Porter outside. Iguodala grabs the rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Shepherd with the ball. Now here's Jang. Shepherd with a screen for Jang. Pass to Walter. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And he uses the glass on the layup. And now a 12-point Spurs lead. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for San Antonio?
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And guys, another thing I love is their pursuit of the ball. I mean, creating second chance opportunities just with effort.
Reza Shai, the layup off target. Jazz trail by 12. It's Porter outside, cans it from downtown. Porter's got 9.
Well, this is why you got to be right up on Porter Jr. because he's a threat to score off the dribble.
Reza Shai wide open. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. On the wing, Porter. Pass to Shepherd. Back to Porter, 6 to shoot. And the Jazz, another 3.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Here's Iguodala. Here's the lob to the hoop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Outside, Porter. Utah moving it around. Jang, a screen. Pass to Adebayo. Gilgeous Alexander against Jang. Right block shot. Buries the jump shot. Gilgeous Alexander's got 8 points in the quarter.
On a dime. Shea got right where he wanted for that shot.
Porter looking it over. The tray. Iguodala grabs the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. That's going to send Shea Gilgeous-Alexander to the free throw line. It's on Reed Shepherd. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
And the Jazz making a change here. Santi Aldama's checked in for Jang. Jackson comes in for Michael Porter. Levine's checked in for Walter. And it's Pritchard in for Shepherd.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
Jazz trail by 13. Here's Pritchard. Still scoreless. Out left to the wing. Here's Aldama. No good again that time. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Spurs. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
The Jazz making a switch here. Prosper's checked in.
Jazz substitution. Number 0, Olivier Maxence Prosper.
Here's Levine. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee.
Yeah, and you see this with a lot of great scores. When they're putting up big nights, a lot of times it's because they're making a lot of free throws.
Good on the shot. Levine's got 11. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 13 points in the game. With 1 on the clock. And the last second attempt does not go in for it. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what did you see in the first half?
We had ball movement. You know, we weren't in mud. Guys were in attack mode. Nobody held the ball. You know, you pass, catch, or shoot. And we did that a lot in the first half.
Yeah, you had them swiveling, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Guys, I want to talk about something else for just a second. Is it me, or have the alternative jerseys around the league gotten a little too creative?
I wish you wear an alternative jersey every once in a while, Ernie.
Yeah, man. You know, your threat.
And switching gears now to that first half. Big hill to climb for the Utah Jazz.
One thing that stands out to me, guys, is the disparity in free throws. They need a new recipe for getting to the line.
Yeah, fewer jumpers, more driving to the hoop, more touches down low.
Cooking up some Shaq stew.
Stay out my kitchen, Ernie.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Zachary Rizachet has been, in a word, sensational.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Jazz trail by 11. So on the floor for Utah. Gordon out there with Porter. Then there's Shepard. Then it's Ellis. And it's Adebayo in at the center. Pass to Shepard. And a miss there on the triple. Shepard's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wade. An emphatic LU jam.
Continues to develop his playmaking abilities. Gilgeous-Alexander is an unselfish team player.
Outside, Porter. Banked in off the glass. Porter's got 14.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Reza Shea with it. He's guarded by Ellis. And that one's good. Reza Shea.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And a wide open look here for Ellis. And it's off from three-point range. Spurs leading by 13. Outside DeRozan. Pass to Reza Shea. Back to DeRozan. And DeRozan throws it down.
DeMar DeRozan's always had that vertical. If he can finish at the rim, he will.
Shepard, the pass to Porter. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 17.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
With some arc. And Reza Shea lays it in. Reza Shea's got 20 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now Shepard. There's Porter with the 3. Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Pass to Reza Shea. This one for 3. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 6th assist on the night. Jazz trail by 17. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Free throw good, Ellis. And Ellis drops them both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Ware. Pass to Robinson. Here's Reza Shea. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Stolen by Gordon. Ellis down low. He's got 13. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Reza Shea. The Jazz shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
At the line for the Jazz.
The first free throw is good. The Spurs making a switch here. Abaji's checked in. Both good from the line that time. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Spurs. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pass to DeRozan. Fires from deep. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. They stand from 15 feet in. Not many players more dangerous in this NBA than Bam Adebayo.
No, there's not, Kevin. He's got the total package when he gets in the mid-range area on down. He can shoot the mid-range jumper above the rim to finish. He can score with his back to the basket, and he's an outstanding passer.
We haven't even mentioned his defense, right? Because his defense is off the charts.
Always an all-defense consideration.
That one is off.
At the wing position, Ricochet has pretty much everything you're looking for, right? Length, mobility, three-point shooting, and add to that, he has a great feel for the game.
Jang, he's checked in for the Jazz. And the second free throw, good. Shepard with the ball. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, my potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say what I had, I gave it my all. That's all that success should be defined by. Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream. Ricochet with it. He's guarded by Ellis. Here's DeRozan. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Shepard the pass to Porter. Jazz passing it around. Jang with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's Shepard. Another miss by Utah. Spurs leading by 13. Ricochet at the elbow. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Ricochet. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Robinson's got assist number 5 here tonight. Here's Shepard. Porter with the screen for Shepard. Outside Porter for 3. A rebound by the Spurs. Robinson's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Here's Ricochet. He's guarded by Ellis. Robinson sets a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the wing jumper offline. Jazz trail by 16. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
He was practically levitating over the floor. Aaron Gordon.
San Antonio's gotten a lot of looks outside tonight, 5 of 12. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. So Utah ends up going with the new group. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Utah Jazz.
And the distribution there showing a lot of 3-point attempts. And not that it's a bad thing, but we'll see if they can continue at this rate.
And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retaining possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Here's Abaji. There's a screen by Williams. Here's Abaji. Just 5 to shoot. From 18 feet away. Rebounded by the Jazz. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Outside, Levine. Bangs home the trifecta. Levine's got 14 points.
You can't forget about Levine from deep.
Pass to Iguodaro. And here is Williams. Shoots over Aldama. Shot's good by Williams. Williams has got his first bucket of the night.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Here's Pritchard, guarded by Powell. Aldama can't hit.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Abaji. Rebounded by Prosper.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Pass to Jackson. Now Aldama, guarded by Powell. Aldama can't hit.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Porter kicks to Powell. Driving inside. Yep, that one goes. Powell's got his second basket of the night.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Pritchard passes to Levine. Puts up a 3. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Pass to Powell. Over Levine. And Levine with the block.
How about that swat from Levine? He's got incredible leaping skills.
And Aldama slams it in.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of them.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside, and up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And during this game, they sliced the D apart by just attacking the rim, flat out dominating them inside.
He misses the free throw.
And one of those guys who fell in the draft the year he came out due to injury. Porter healed up and has taken the league by storm.
And the Jazz making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Jazz trail by 11. Here's Pritchard. He has yet to score. Outside Levine. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
Jazz ball.
For Utah, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
At the line for 1.
What's up?
And the technical free throw is good. Stan, as you know, in past years, Peyton Pritchard had always wanted a starting role. Now, more opportunity, and he has responded.
Yeah, Kevin, he's very competitive and certainly deserving of rotation minutes. He is just now entering his prime.
The Spurs making a switch here. Ware's checked in. Offensive rebound. The Jazz working the ball around now. Pritchard gets the bucket.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Levine against Powell. Ware. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. And here's Levine. 17 points in the game. Adebayo with the screen on Powell. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Hey, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
And so it's San Antonio, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Williams, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Norman Powell. Then there's Reza Shea, and it's Ware in at the 5 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. It's good. Ware's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Spurs. Jazz trail by 9. For 3, Ellis. Rebound, San Antonio. Ware's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Powell kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander sets the screen for Powell. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Here's Pritchard. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Pass to Gordon. Now here's Adebayo. Reza Shea with the steal. Now here's Powell. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Ware. He's guarded by Adebayo. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Williams. The Jazz also changing it up. Porter comes in for Zach LaVine. And Shepard subbed in for Pritchard. Jazz trail by 12. Shepard, the pass to Porter. Outside Gordon. Pass to Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gordon. Here's the 3. Good on the 3-point shot.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Outside Robinson. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. To the middle. Here's Powell. Nails the baby hook. And the Spurs lead by 11.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Gordon with no one around. They get it back. And so Powell will bring it up for the Spurs. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Shepard, the pass to Porter. Now Ellis. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for the Spurs. Spurs leading by 9. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Ware. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by the Jazz. Now Shepard. Ellis finds Porter. Outside Gordon. Nice ball movement by Utah. And it's Shepard missing. Spurs have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Jazz trail by 9. Pass to Gordon. And here's Adebayo. Robinson with the block, and he gets it back. Goes up again. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. They set the pick. Driving in.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
What awareness from Gilgeous-Alexander on the defensive end. Finds a steal and starts a fast break.
Jazz trail by 13. Ellis outside. The Jazz with another miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Robinson. Here's Ware. DeRozan inside. Porter's there. Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Shepard. Rebounded by the Jazz. Outside, Porter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Great Kentucky native Reed Shepard followed in his dad's footsteps and stayed local for his college years.
How cool was that? His dad winning 2 national championships for the Bluegrass State, was named the MVP of the '98 college tournament, and he even had a brief stint in the NBA. Reed, the 3rd overall pick of the 2024 draft, blazing his own trail.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
And it's DeRozan missing. Jazz trail by 12. Porter passes to Shepard. Porter a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Shepard, that's good.
Assistant, Michael Porter Jr.
For San Antonio, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he makes good on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 20.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Pass to Shepard. Ellis against DeRozan. Shepard with the ball. Clock at 4. Porter, no luck.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Ellis against Gilgeous-Alexander. Takes it off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Outside, Porter. Hits it from three-point range.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately, Rizachet, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. We have to play like we're tied. They want their team to sustain that level of effort, and we'll see how it works out. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Pass to Robinson. To the paint, trying to find Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets it to him, and the shot goes down.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Jazz trail by 13. Shepard with the ball. Outside, Porter. No good from outside. And San Antonio shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. The Jazz shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. Porter. And Ware pulls it down. San Antonio leading by 13. Here's Powell. Pass to Ware. Porter with the steal. And now Utah, fast break. Shepard, the pass to Adebayo. Ellis outside. That one falls, coming off Adebayo's feet. Adebayo's got 3 assists in the game. Pritchard, he's checked in for Shepard.
Second team foul. Jazz substitution. Number 2, Peyton Pritchard.
There's 1:59 left in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded closely, lays it up and banks it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 13 points in the second half. Jazz trail by 12. Here's Pritchard, and there's the drive, and the shot is good.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Defense is right there. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Here's Pritchard. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Kicks it out to Gordon. It's Porter outside. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Spurs.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And ever winning court in this one will go down as win number 3.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
The Jazz shooting only 35% in the fourth quarter. The offense looking a little rickety. On the wing, Porter. Rebound, San Antonio. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pass to Powell. Over Porter. Powell. That's good. And the Spurs lead by 14.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Well, he was showing some toughness on that finish. Porter Jr. just shrugging off the contact.
Michael Porter Jr. One shot.
And the Spurs with possession here. 11-point game. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
DeMar, big effort tonight. What is the state of mind of this club right now?
We focus in on the defensive end. We know if we get stops, we can definitely score whenever we want.
And you got it done tonight, DeMar. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Much appreciated, David. And that about wraps it up. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Happy weekend, everyone. It's the NBA on Saturday night, presented to you live on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Brian Anderson at the table along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. And here's a look at some numbers for Tyrese Maxey.
And he's been outstanding on offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level score than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
So let's take a look at the Chicago Bulls starting lineup. Nicholas Claxton out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Edey in at the 5 down low. And looking at Trae Young, Brent, his teams always finish in the top 10 in offensive rating.
Yeah, for Trae, those teams he's played on have normally been in the top 5, along with playing at a top 10 pace. So when he has the ball in his hands and he's coming at you, very difficult to stop. Young's so talented, you're basically guaranteed to have a good offensive team.
First free throw is good. It's still early in the season, Grant, but most coaches have their rotations worked out by now.
They really do, but if they don't, they better figure it out soon. You don't want to be tinkering with your lineups any later than this.
And both free throws good for Young. Man, Brent, when Trae Young is on the floor, his teams put up ridiculous offensive numbers. What makes Trae a difference maker?
Well, I think Trae's relentlessness as an offensive player is hard to defend. I mean, he's so quick with the basketball. He gets into the teeth of the defense and causes so many problems, BA. He sometimes has those stretches where he becomes an offense unto himself. Yeah, that's one of the things Beasley is known for. He's a catch-and-shoot guy.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. We spoke about Kyrie Irving and what the most challenging thing about defending him is, and he told me, quote, just how creative he is when he's handling the ball. We want to keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, even if it means sending double teams occasionally. We'll see if this game plan works out for them, guys. Back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Irving. To the paint. Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
So good at knowing when to shoot and when to pass off the screen. Kyrie Irving dictating the defense that time.
Maxey passes to Beasley. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Embiid a screen on Irving. 6 to shoot. Beasley for 3. Claxton with a rebound. Maxey against Bridges. And he converts the layup.
Yeah, nimble play by Bridges inside, navigating the contact and getting to his finish.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Out left to the wing. Now Embiid. You know, his impact on offense has been terrific, scoring just around 20 points a game. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops the first. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And that just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
And Embiid drops them both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who are you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Young, the pass to Bridges. Back to Young. The baseline J is on the way. Oh, that's offensive interference. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Beasley outside. Maxey against Young. And it's Maxey missing. Outside Irving. Floats one up. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Malik Beasley. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
And he makes the first.
It's got to be something else to be a teammate of Irving's. What a generational talent.
Both free throws good from Irving.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. All right, let's take a look back at last season and see the teams who collected the most second chance points. Fourth, the Hawks.
This is a hustle stat. This team pounded the offensive glass, and it shows in their numbers from last year.
For Atlanta, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Maxey passes to Beasley. There's the drive, and that one is stuffed right through.
And the agility on Beasley's drive, really tough for the defense to deal with.
Pass to Claxton. Here's Irving. And that one good.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Beasley outside. Now here's Hart. Puts up a three. Buries it from 3. It's all knotted up.
Doesn't get much easier than that. Hart was licking his chops when he saw his man wide open.
Pass to Edey. Irving looking around. Clock at 6. Bridges with it. There's the triple. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Maxey against Young. Outside Maxey. Beasley outside. Fires the 3. And it's Chicago with a board. And going against Atlanta, their first meeting on the year.
They'll be looking for payback after grabbing the short straw in the season series last year.
Now here's Young. He's given them steady production at over 27 points a game. Bridges outside. Three-pointer on target from range. Bridges has got 5.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Outside Hart. Back to Maxey. Beasley outside. Back to Maxey. For 3. Chicago with a rebound. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in the game. Irving, the pass to Young. Pass to Claxton. Back to Young. And it's Edey missing.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players react. You just, oh man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Here's Wells. averaging around 6 a game. Beasley for 3. Chicago with a rebound. Claxton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Young looking for an opening. And that one's good.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
Hawks trail by 5. Pass to Beasley. Here's Wells. He's guarded by Bridges. Wells, the pass to Hart. Now Maxey. And here's Embiid. The fader. It's good.
Yeah, this is what sets Embiid apart from other bigs. That mid-range game is on point.
Outside Young. Pass to Bridges. From deep. Connects from downtown. Bridges has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
Filipowski, he's checked in for Chicago. Exum comes in for Irving. Hart passes to Joe. Pass to Olynyk. Knocked away. Young with it. Joe covering. Here's Bridges. The rebound by Atlanta.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Hachimura. Over the last few years, Atlanta struggled defensively, Grant.
Yeah, the Hawks haven't been better than 20th in defensive rating since 2017. They've had some great offensive teams during that time, but their defense has held them back.
Williams is checked in for Chicago. Johnson comes in for Bridges. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Hachimura being able to step out and shoot threes, that's huge for his development.
Young with it. Coming off a terrific game against Minnesota.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Brogdon. Hachimura with a screen on Johnson. Brogdon into the lane. And down it goes. 2 points.
Brogdon right now picking out his spots there. Straight line drive and then powers right through it to score.
Here's Young. There's the screen by Johnson. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
It's all about smart choices, and Trae Young's making them right now.
Now here's Joe, guarded by Young. Joe, the pass to Brogdon. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Pretty effective floater there. Most point guards in the league have one of those in their bag of tricks. This time it's Brogdon.
Outside Young. And it's good for 2. Young's got 8 points. Hawks trail by 4. Now here's Brogdon. giving them some nice offensive production with 13 points a game. Tries a 10-footer. Williams grabs the board. Chicago leading by 4. Pass to Young. And we've got 1:18 left in the opening quarter.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Atlanta's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Joe, the pass to Olynyk. Hachimura sets a screen. And that one's good. Olynyk.
Well, Kelly Olynyk can score all over, but really valuable when you start to get points from this kind of balanced attack.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Young. Banked it in off the glass. He's got 10.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out. Give him some space. Let him get to work.
And here's Brogdon in his last outing with 12 points. And that's collected by Trae Young. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. 6-point lead. Pass to Williams. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Young misses. The Hawks have gone 7 of 14 and looking in control. Hart passes to Joe. Now Brogdon. Puts up a deep 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Chicago with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Chicago.
In the early goings, their effort level has been exceptional. The speeding around the defense and opening up options with good penetration.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. They've got Kyrie Irving, Nicholas Claxton out there with Holland. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Edey in at the center position. Bridges outside. Pass to Claxton. Here's Edey. Stewart defends. Shot clock at 5. Screen by Claxton. For 3, Bridges gets the 3 to fall. Bridges has got 11. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
All right, let's take a second to view the 2K leaderboard and look at last season's top scoring squads. Number 5, the Hawks.
And last year, I liked watching this team operate on the offensive end. The ball movement, the patience, the confidence. You love seeing all that come together.
Beasley's checked in for Atlanta. Pass to Edey. Maxey against Irving. Bridges passes to Irving. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Here's Stewart. Wells, the pass to Stewart. Here's Wells. He's guarded by Irving. Beasley. And he dunks it down.
And Beasley at 6'4", able to rise up and throw it down.
Pass to Claxton. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Claxton. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Hawks trail by 7. Beasley outside. From 12 feet. Chicago with a rebound. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Minnesota.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
And Maxey is especially dangerous in these situations. When he has room to run, good luck stopping him.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Stewart, a screen on Irving. For 3, Maxey fires in the triple. And now it's just a 2-point Bulls lead.
He deked the defenders there, and they thought Maxey was going to dish to a big, but instead, he kept it and scored.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. They set a pick. The rebound by Stewart. For Atlanta, they've gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Outside Maxey. Down low. Here's Wells. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be heading to the line for a pair.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Atlanta shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
Shoot 2.
He's off on the first. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Hachimura. And a change for the Bulls. Roddy's checked in. And he's good on the second. Here's Irving. He had 25 points in the win against Minnesota. Pass to Claxton. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That's on Joel Embiid. He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
Nicholas Claxton taking 2 shots.
Off. He's off on the second. All right, Brent, what do you see in Isaiah Stewart's game?
Well, coming in, he's always been that junkyard dog mentality, right? Try to play physical, rebound, bump guys around. But there's a little bit more to Isaiah Stewart in the way that he can shoot the basketball, expanding his range and knocking down some three-pointers. So some flexibility and some creativity on the offensive end.
Here's Irving. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, there's not a spot on the floor where Kyrie cannot damage you.
Pass to Embiid. Back to Maxey. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
To the middle. And Claxton throws it down.
Yeah, coming off the pick, Kyrie makes the unselfish play.
Hawks trail by 3. Maxey passes to Stewart. Back to Maxey. And stolen by Irving. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. And the basket is good. Irving's got 10 points.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Down low. Embiid puts it in.
Yeah, getting aggressive in the paint. Look at Joel putting his size to work.
Irving against Maxey. They set the pick. From the arc. Irving, no good. For Atlanta, they've gotten an impressive 6 of 8 shots to fall in the second. Inside. And out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And since we have a moment, here are last year's most efficient scorers around the league. 5th best, Nick Claxton.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Atlanta making some changes. Olynyk comes in for Stewart, and Malcolm Brogdon is subbed in for Beasley. A big group substitution here for Chicago. Bulls leading by 3. Young with it. He's got 10. Young with a screen on Olynyk. Lets it go from deep. Sends it home from three-point land.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Outside Brogdon. Back to Maxey. Stolen by Young. The floater. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
Whew, I think he wants that one back. I mean, he knows he's capable of better.
And Maxey, here we go. Outside Olynyk. Pass to Brogdon. Embiid with it. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Embiid's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
A defensive lapse. Can't give him that kind of position.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
Back to Johnson. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride. So full speed, 2 points.
Here's Wells. Guarded by Young. Pass to Roddy. 4-3. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got 4 assists now tonight.
They're shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
Right side Olynyk. To the right side. Outside Maxey. Here's Wells. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A deep 3. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Young, the pass to Exum. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And good whistle there.
Chicago shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
2 shots.
First one falls. Josh Hart's checked in for Atlanta. Joe comes in for Tyrese Maxey. And the Bulls also making a change. Williams is checked in for Roddy. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Trailing by 10. It's off to Boston after this one, where they will face the Celtics. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game.
Well, I love how hard Hart is fighting on plays like that, taking the extra contact.
These are his first free throws of the game. The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Hart.
It's so crucial for Hart to get to the line, establish some confidence. He's solid from there. I think it sometimes gets his perimeter game going.
There's Young with the three. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got his 5th rebound in this one. Shoots from 14. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Brogdon's got 6.
Nice to see Brogdon just step into one from the mid-range.
Here's Young. He's got 10. The floater. Joe grabs the miss. Outside Olynyk. To the inside. Embiid inside. Guarded by Young. Chalk up 2 there. Embiid's got 6 in the quarter.
2 strong points from Embiid. His MO is to own the painted area.
Now here's Young, covered by Joe. The 3 is up. Not on target. 4 for 9 in this one.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Outside Brogdon. Pass to Embiid. Puts it up from 15. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They've led by as much as 10. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Young. Now here's Exum, guarded by Brogdon. Now here's Exum, and it's good. 2 points. And the Bulls lead by 6.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
Look, we all understand the value of Steph Curry.
Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Chicago Bulls.
Well, one stat in their favor is the one they haven't been racking up, turnovers. They've been very precise with the ball movement.
Like a well-oiled diesel machine.
This from the man who averaged more turnovers than assists in his career. Enough said.
No, that's not true.
And
after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, you look at Mikal Bridges. What a contribution.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Hawks trail by 6. Josh Hart is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Maxey. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Wells in at the 3. So that's the Hawks 5. Embiid gets the bucket.
Yeah, good things happen when Embiid has the ball in his hands. I mean, this guy can do it all.
Young, the pass to Claxton. The rebound by Atlanta. Brent, almost your ideal shooting guard. Malik Beasley doesn't try to do too much.
The biggest thing, BA, is the turnover percentage that he's led the league in. Malik Beasley just simply doesn't give up the ball. He makes good, steady decisions, shoots the ball at a high clip. So that kind of reliability, that's what he's paid for.
And Embiid with the block.
Yeah, imposing his will. Embiid sending a message with that rejection.
On offense, here are the Hawks. 6-point game. Now Young with a steal. It's an even 3-on-3 break. 14 feet away to the rim. Young.
Difficult to try to stick with Trae Young, especially when he's rising up there.
Maxey passes to Hart. Maxey with a screen on Irving. Pass to Wells. Hart from long range. A rebound by Edey.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Irving. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, when your point guard is Kyrie Irving and he decides to mix it up on the inside, that helps out your ball club.
And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here.
And something I remember from their last outing, he was excellent at the charity stripe.
And he knocks down the first one. Free throws good from Irving. Hawks trail by 10. Beasley outside. Launches it. Drills it from deep. Beasley's got 10 points.
And he can be pretty consistent out there, so the defense is going to have to force Beasley off the line.
And here's Bridges. He's got 11. Irving. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Pass to Edey. And here is Irving. He's guarded by Beasley. Young against Maxey. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Inside. Here's Edey. Atlanta with a rebound. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Wells. He's guarded by Bridges. Maxey passes to Embiid. Just 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Edey's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Irving off the drive. Here's Bridges. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Holland, he's checked in for Claxton.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
Free throw is off from Bridges. And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Greg.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
Well, Hachimura not known as a playmaker, but unselfish play. That is part of his game.
Here's Irving. Hart pulls it in. Hawks trail by 7. Here's Maxey. The rebound by Bridges. Chicago has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Young against Maxey. Young inside. He's got 12. Oh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
Showing no mercy. Young gets free.
Timeout, And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. The 2K leaderboard highlighting last season's assist leaders. Second, Trae Young.
Not a lot of guys had better vision on the floor than him. He was able to see passing lanes and ready shooters no one else could.
Hard against Bridges. Hachimura outside. Pass to Beasley. 5 on the clock. Hart with a screen on Young. Beasley for 3. Rebound by the Bulls.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Down low. Holland. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Outside Hart. Out to Hachimura. Outside Maxey. Stewart, a screen on Young. Maxey passes to Stewart. Deflected! And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Atlanta making some changes. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Beasley. And Joe subbed in for Tyrese Maxey. Filipowski, he's checked in for Chicago. Williams comes in for Young. Chicago leading by 11. Now Irving. 14 points for him. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Irving's got 17.
Now, when Kyrie's going like this, he completely takes the game over. What a player.
Outside Joe. Pass to Hachimura. Hart with a screen on Williams. To stop the run. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
And look out, Hachimura coming in strong.
Chicago's gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. On the wing, Irving. Covered by Joe. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bulls.
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
Well, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge for them this entire game. And let's be honest, you have to knock down threes to win games these days.
That free throw good from Irving. Olynyk's checked in for Atlanta. Exum's checked in for Chicago. So he makes both from the line.
In the second half, their free throw percentage has improved, hitting in the low 80s now.
Outside Olynyk from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Exum. Bulls leading by 14. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, "We want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams."
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie.
Well, the fact that he has that many rebounds for a guy of his size and stature shows you he truly cares about grabbing possessions off the rim.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Here's Filipowski, guarded by Olynyk. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Irving. The 3. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. On the wing, Hachimura. Beyond the arc. Chicago grabs the miss.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Williams' shot is good.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Outside Hart. Screen by Olynyk. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And Hart playing with his right now, just going all out.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. Free throw good. Hart. Johnson. He's checked in for Chicago. And both free throws good for Hart. Here's Irving. He's got 19. Pass to Filipowski. To the paint. Tipped. It's stolen by Olynyk. Outside Joe. Outside Hart. 1:44 left in the third quarter. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Irving with it. A guy this team turns to often, averaging almost 24 a game. Here's Hart. Misses from short range. To the middle. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Great lift off the floor. Johnson is electric.
Hawks trail by 14. Now here's Brogdon. Give him 8. This one for 3. From deep. Brogdon.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Exum outside. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. And that one is hammered home.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
This team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
To the wing, right side. Right side, Brogdon. Just 5 to shoot. Brogdon with a strong finish.
He's really carrying the load, but no man can do it all by himself.
Now here's Irving. Not a lot of room. Yep, that one goes. Irving's got 11 points in the quarter.
Love how effective Irving is on the drive. His head is up, and he just cuts right through the defense.
From deep. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Bulls. They lead by 13. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second. All All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Bulls, getting the fourth quarter going. Johnson is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Edey, then it's Trae Young, and it's Bridges in at the 2. The 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Maxey, and it's going to be a 3-second call. And the upcoming schedule for the Atlanta Hawks. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Jimmy Butler and the Boston Celtics. Then on Friday, they'll go up against Klay Thompson and the Washington Wizards.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
In transition, here they come. Here's Beasley. Claxton with the block. Outside Johnson to the paint. Deflects the pass. And now the Hawks on the break. Maxey surveys. Beasley, the pass to Wells. Embiid with it. He's guarded by Claxton. And Embiid with the slam.
Woo, that was big time. I mean, a dunk contest finish from Embiid. This guy can fly.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Bulls leading by 11. Pass to Claxton. Back to Young. Outside Johnson. Inside. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
One of the truly elite offensive players in the NBA, Trae Young, can carry a team and more with that shooting and playmaking.
Shooting 2.
Free throws good. Young.
You have to love Trae Young's relentlessness on the floor. His focus, just giving the game 100% of himself and not messing around in any regard.
And both free throws good for Young.
They're doing great work at the free throw line this half. That bodes well for their chances to close out this game.
Maxey passes to Beasley. Back to Maxey. Now Hachimura. He's guarded by Claxton. Pass to Wells. Beasley outside. Clock at 6. Outside Maxey. Now Young with a steal. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Look at again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
And Trae doing a good job exploring, trying to find those soft spots in the defense.
Back to Maxey. Now here's Embiid. Over Edey. Embiid can't hit. Outside Johnson. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And the Bulls lead by 17.
Yeah, making the smart pass there. I mean, Bridges doesn't just hold the ball.
Maxey against Young. Now here's Embiid. Tight defense on him. 5 to shoot. Back to Maxey. Over Young. Misses off the left iron. Chicago leading by 17. Outside Johnson. Pass to Bridges. Here's Edey. Embiid covers. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Oh, stolen by Embiid, who poked away. Bridges against Maxey. Up top, Embiid. Over 80, and the basket by Embiid.
Come on. I mean, what can you do defensively? Embiid is pretty much impossible to guard when his jumper is on.
And Young has got the ball here for Chicago. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. They get it back. Another shot. Here's Edey. And at last, they get one to fall.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Maxey against Young. And it's Maxey missing.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And Claxton throws it down.
Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal. Maxey finds Beasley. Back to Maxey. And here's Hachimura. Pass to Embiid. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
They're one of the most well-rounded players in the game. Embiid is also a top-notch trash talker, too. I mean, he knows how to get under the skin of his opponents.
First one falls for him. The Bulls making a switch here. Irving's checked in. And Embiid drops them both.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
Chicago leading by 17. Up top, Young. Maxey covering. Claxton a screen on Beasley. Irving for 3. And count it. 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
Well, you can see and maybe feel right now him getting into the comfort zone out there after dropping the second 3 of the half.
Now here's Embiid. He's guarded closely. Over 80. Embiid, good. Embiid's got 12 points in just the second half. Chicago has gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. Young against Maxey. Pass to Bridges. From downtown. Hachimura with a rebound. Hawks trail by 18. And it's Chicago with a board. Edey's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. To the inside. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Outside Maxey. Young with the double team. Maxey passes to Wells. Beasley for 3. Count it. Now 5 of 11 for the game.
The D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
Young against Maxey. Floats one. A nice shot by Young. Young's got 20.
So tricky there with the floater, and a nice touch from Trae Young.
Now here's Maxey. Defense right on him. Pass to Hachimura. Now Embiid. Shoots over Young. That's good from Embiid on the assist from Hachimura. 24 points for him.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Here's Bridges. The rebound by Atlanta. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Wells. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Young.
No debate there. He got hammered.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. The Hawks making a switch here. Hart's checked in. Second free throw, no good.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Pass to Claxton. Down low. Here's Young. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Young's got 12 points in just the second half.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Maxey against Young. Maxey passes to Wells. Shot clock at 6. Here's Embiid, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Yeah, I love the use of the shot fake by Embiid. Smart basketball there.
And the first one at the line is good. And Embiid drops them both. And here's Young. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And you have to give him credit. I mean, his shooting is really what put them over the top. I mean, his percentage from the field was just rock solid. I mean, just reliable, consistent, steady. Man, he gave them a safety net on every possession out there.
Boy, it's not hard to be blown away by his level of play. It's never easy winning on the road, but to do it in this fashion, that's a special performance right there. Outside Irving. Back to Young.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Irving against Beasley. Screen by Claxton. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Hart. It's Beasley on the wing. He's guarded by Irving. Rejected by Claxton. Now Irving. Bridges outside. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
His fourth. Team second. At the line for the Wolves, Mikal Bridges. Shooting 1.
That's good from Bridges.
And every year, Bridges seems to take another leap. His work ethic and drive to improve is impressive.
Maxey with it. Pass to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Bulls.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with the win in the first game.
And it was a reliably solid performance from one of their key guys. A tremendous game for Trae Young.
And his activity level on defense, self-evident, racking up steals, deflections. I mean, he was a handful tonight.
Maxey passes to Hart. Embiid high post. And the bucket is good. Embiid's got 30 points.
Off the pass from Hart, he's made major strides playmaking-wise, turning himself into a more complete offensive player.
Outside Irving. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Embiid. Here's Atlanta with the ball. Trailing by 17. Here's Maxey. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. There's 14 seconds left to play in the fourth. So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Kyrie, the offense was clicking tonight. Can you talk about the impact of ball movement on your success?
It's very important. When we trust each other like that on both ends of the floor, especially offensively, it makes it easier for all of us to be aggressive, and I think that we did a great job of that tonight. We just got to keep it going. Fans deserve us to move up in these standings, man. We got some work to do. We got some work to do.
This team is as deep as it gets. They're all willing to put the work in, guys.
Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Trae Young.